Yo, what's up everybody? My name is MashedMentality. Today I'm going to be starting a series called You Don't Portal Enough. It's going to be a breakdown of all the simulation maps and all the 4v4 maps, and we're starting here on Abyss. So, if you're into these kind of breakdowns, map, like walkthroughs, things like that, I don't know how to necessarily put it, but you're probably familiar with Tanner J. Fox and the way that he breaks down the best rollouts from each spawn point, how to get to power weapons the quickest, areas that you want to control on the map, callouts, things like that. So this is kind of like a similar thing to that, but it's more so just like the common routes that you would want to use on each map and some pretty off meta routes that I've found throughout my time playing. So if you're here on red spawn, your most common rotation is going to be from here, mainly just focusing on this part of it, not necessarily that, but you want to go onto the back side B, then there's this wall right here, then you can go up top and look through donut, and you can hit down here, right over there, there, and now you're on the back side of red spawn again. And this is where things get a little like, do you want to stay on the meta? Do you want to change things up? Because you can actually place a portal up here and over here, and they will have different routes available, but ultimately lead to the same place. So you can go down here, go back over here, and just kind of repeat the process again. You're right back where you started. Or if you wanted to do it a little bit faster, you would place a portal in the top left side of this corner, and if you can see right there, you can actually hit this side of the wall, and then you're back over here again. So there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to portal through an area. Same thing over here. If you want to end up in this room, but you'd like to come in from a different angle, and you're already up top, you can throw a portal on this side of the map, or sorry, on the far right side of that backboard on red spawn, and now you're on the back side of SMG as opposed to being up there with it. And then if you want, you can just hit the, oh, I threw the wrong portal, but if you want, you can just hit the backboard that's behind SMG, and you can start your process of going back through all over again. And my favorite part about this right here is if this portal was back there, I had portaled down into here. If you can see, if I have my portal placed up here and I get in it, I can actually see that backboard from my portal. If my portal is too low though, I actually don't have an angle onto that backboard. So depending on the rotate that you're wanting to go for, or how you're wanting to move through the map, would affect where you should put your portal and how high you should place it. Because now you can go back up here, step through, go right here, step through, throw the wrong portal because you're messing things up, but yeah, you can end up right back over here, and then you have an easy rotate to get down. Once you're down, you can hit into big room, B, whatever you'd like to call it. Then you have right over here, so you can see this back wall again. You can hit here or here to watch over you, because these stairs will keep you fairly covered. You can throw it like that, watch from a different angle. It doesn't really matter like where you put your portal. It's all about you, essentially, and how you want to, the area you want to be watching over most. If you know that somebody's on top stairs, then you would want to throw it over here. If you know they're pushing from Bat Hallway, then, well, you can't do it from this angle, but I would just step through and do it like that if I was aware that they were on Bat Hallway. If you have your portal a little bit more in the center of this lower double wall, you can throw it up there, and now you can see Bat Hallway over here, and you know, the farther over you place it, the more into Bat Hallway you're going to be able to see. But that's your like main route that you'll see most people taking to get through Abyss. You'll come from Bat Hallway into B, over to the top side of B, going up to where Donut is, into Blue Spawn, from Blue Spawn into the backside of Red Spawn, and then it just repeats all over from there. Now, some angles that you might not have seen: you can hit Red AR from the backside, the big wall of B, and then from here you can portal up, portal back down, and now you're back inside a Blue Spawn on the backside. And then just rinse and repeat. You can carry on through, hit that right there, hit that right there. Pretty tight angles, but if you can get used to picking them out, it's definitely worth using them at times, because they're not the most common way to move through the map, so it'll help throw off your opponent. And then you have this area right here, which would be C. So from Red AR, you can actually see into this area of C right here, this little small 4-paneled wall. And then you can just throw a portal, and then you're back in B. Or if you wanted to, you have your portal here, you can just throw one right there, throw one right there, and then continue back on through the normal route, like so. There's not a whole lot of like massive variation when it comes to where you can move through the map and where you want to be. Generally speaking, you don't want to be down there, and the only time you want to come down here is to grab one of the BRs if that's the power weapon that you'd like to use. So there's not a whole lot of benefit to moving outside of the main rotation. There's just little areas that you can hit on portal walls you may not have noticed before and still have the same effective rotation. Now, if you've seen, this portal wall can be hit from up here, so you can throw a portal either on this side of it like that, or you can throw a portal on this side of it like that. You can watch over from there. You also have a cheeky angle on this side where you can sit up here on this little area and watch over, because this is where first hill spawns inside a B room, and also this is where B spawns on like regular domination. So you can hit this one tall wall that the portal is on right now, and I'm sure you already see me look at it, but you can also hit the back wall and take the fight just like that. You can place your portal a little bit higher or lower, get down, have minimum exposure through your portal. There's always little nuances to the way that most people will move through a map. So the more you can break up that repetitive nature of, well, this is the most common rotation, and you can still make that rotation, but keeping it off meta, it's just going to make you that much more effective. So from here, you can go all the way back into red spawn, and then once you get into red spawn and you're on this side, you can actually hit right here. And now instead of moving all the way through, going there and then there, here and here, you can do it from red spawn with 2 portals. I just messed myself up completely there. So you're over here, say railgun's not up, or you've already grabbed railgun, and you come back down, because what I like to do on spawn, well, it depends on which side I'm on. If I'm on this side of the spawn, I'll throw a portal down here, look up, throw a portal up there, get railgun, and either come back to spawn, check B or King of the Hill, check down here, whatever. If I end up actually going back down to spawn, you can start rushing them from top up here, see if anybody's rotated over on this side, see if anybody's still chilling out in spawn over here, whatever. You have a power weapon that's a one-shot kill and an off angle to reach them. Now, as you can see, you can also hit that portal wall inside of red spawn from up here on this billboard. So it's possible to make this rotate two ways, or I guess both ways, and then you can just simply do this little strafing to continue on moving to the map as you might normally. And then again, the farther over that you place this portal on this wall, the more you're gonna open yourself up to opportunities to move through it. So sometimes you might even want to simply take a step out of your portal right here to give yourself the biggest advantage once you get into this room. Because now I can hit up here, 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 and here, all from this one portal. As far as getting on the railgun, if you're down here, the best opportunity you have is to use this portal wall in this corner to your advantage. If you can get a portal up top or on this side, just basically either one of these top corners, that's how I like to do it personally. You can still use it from the bottom if you wanted, it can still be hit, but from the top you can actually just go right up here, take the fight, and then when you come back down, you have that wall down there that you can hit pretty easily to get out of the way. You know, whatever. If you have your portal down here, you can still hit that wall, but your escape is a little bit narrower, so I like to use on top. But it works the same. And then once you're actually up here at railgun, say you've gotten the rail, you came through, you're up here on this portal, you can do the same thing. You can move into the room like so, or you can even go out here like this, end up back over here. Just you always want to have a set route that you like to use to traverse through the map, but you always want to be but you also want to be able to change up that route so it can become most beneficial to you in any given situation. So if I'm taking my route to get into A spawn, or not, well, to get into red spawn, I'm not going to always use this little angle over here, because if it's domination or the hill is on this side, I'm going to want to watch right in here, and they're more than likely going to be coming from over here. So if I portal directly into where they're going to be most likely approaching from, it's probably not going to work out too well for me. So I'm not going to use this side of the backboard to move so I can hit that tiny little pixel right there. I would just simply have my portal here and my other portal down here so I can watch over, and then if things get too crazy, you can always either A, close your lower portal and remain up here, but most people are going to portal up onto you, or you can start, you know, mixing it up, getting on the other side of them, taking different angles, whatever you need to do in order to just keep yourself alive. That's pretty much my Abyss breakdown, the way that I like to move through the map to stay as minimally exposed as possible, and when necessary able to swap up my route just enough so that the enemy gets thrown off, but I know where I'm going and like what opportunities I have available to me once I get there. Small things just like making a rotate like that, as opposed to having your portal down here, stepping out, going through, going through, going through. That takes way longer than just hitting the one portal up here and down there. Oh, down there. So just little things like that can help make a big difference in the way that you move through the map and how fast you can effectively get from one area to another. Making it rotate like this, where instead of going down to here and then up to here, you just hit this wall right here, come up here, and then go down over there. You're effectively getting to the same area, but you're doing it in a way that'll keep you that will give you as little exposure as possible. Most people are going to expect you to be coming from here or here, or even just be chilling up there. But what they're not going to expect you to do is portal in right here and then portal in to over here from up there. Because once you get up here, you can always throw another portal, start hitting them at an off angle, start hitting them off at an off angle, and then you can always just throw a portal there, throw a portal there, and now you're out of the fight. You're gone. You have moved on, you know, live to fight another day, whatever. That position is very strong, but it's also very common, and that's why it's good to be able to switch up the angles you're attacking from, but still give yourself as much possibility of seeing the same power areas, seeing the same domination points, the same King of the Hill areas, what have you. Because the King of the Hill spawns right here in between these two walls, and C point for domination is down here. And also you have SMG right here, which is a pretty good power weapon for this map. I don't personally think it's the best. I think Railgun's probably the best, and then Bat's really strong as well, especially in King of the Hill. The SMG is good though, so you know, just having a strong area to watch over. Just act like this portal's somewhere way back there. Just having a strong area to watch over power weapons, especially from a different angle, is very, very crucial. Because there's always the meta route, which, like I've said already, would be red spawn, bat hallway, backside of B, up here donut, into blue spawn, and then backside of A. That's going to be the rotate that most people are taking, and even something like this right here, where instead of rotating up top, where you would rotate down low, a lot of people are pretty aware of this as well. And you can even do something like this during your rotate from like bat hallway. So if I rotate into back hallway and I want to go down, I can hit right here, hit right here, hit right here, and just keep going. You can hit that board right there if you move this portal over far enough, but if you place it basically as in front of the stairs as possible, you can hit SMG, or this, not SMG, but this wall that's behind SMG, and then from there, simple little step out and move. I honestly think that this line of sight from this wall to this wall is one of the most underutilized, and as well from here down to here, I don't see a lot of people using those routes, and I genuinely don't think it's because they're bad routes. I think it's just because they're used to going the route that they're going and they know it the fastest, but it's also going to lead to a lot of people knowing that route and a lot of people using that route. So you want to have a backup plan for just in case your route is taken. Alright, so that is my quick little breakdown of Abyss. Next map I will be doing tomorrow will be a simulation map. So if you'd like to see a breakdown of it, stay tuned. I'm not going to say which map it is. You just have to come and find out. But I will be going over all the maps in the game, doing little breakdowns like this, and just showing the most common route that you would like to use, or the most common route that you should be using, and variations in that route to be able to throw your opponent off, mix them up, however you want to call it. Yeah, I'm MashedMentality. Stay mashing, take it easy, drink water, love yourself, all that good jazz. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.